Hey, I just checked, and the drug war is still a failure, like it's been ever since it started way back in the 1970s. Ever since we all somehow started thinking that drug prohibition was a good idea, all that has happened is that America has become worse as a result. The United States has the most incarcerations in the entire world. This is because when you make something that only harms the person using it illegal, all that happens is crime goes up, making drug crimes victimless crimes. The fact that the drug war has made the phrase victimless crimes no longer an oxymoron is in itself proof that the drug war is on the same level as fascism. If there's no victim, such as in the case of drug crimes, why is it a crime? Well, the answer is because power-hungry politicians want to move us into a police state where they can control anyone however they see fit. For that matter, whatever happened to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? If everyone has the right to pursue their happiness, then why are people not allowed to put substances in their own body, something that will only harm the person using the substances? If the only person they are hurting is themselves, then what is the point of putting them in prison? If the only person they are killing is themselves, then what is the point in putting them with people who kill other people? Not only that, but these prisons use our tax dollars to put people in prison for something that is only harming themselves. Not only are they putting people who don't deserve to be put in prison, but they are making you pay for it. Now, the main argument against the end of drug prohibition is that drugs are harmful and kill many people every year. The problem with that is that if drugs could be regulated, which they could be if they were made legal, that would mean less people would die if they do drugs. In the same way that after alcohol prohibition was done, most alcohol went from bathtub cocktails where you had no idea what is in it to drinks where you can find out what is in it by looking at the side of a bottle. In the same way that if drugs were legal, the days where you had to worry about your weed being laced with anything in order to get high would be over. This is because in this future, whoever sold you your drugs would legally be required to tell you everything they put into them. Do you see this label? This label will tell you everything a company put into their product. Now, if drugs were to become legal and corporations wanted to sell them, they would be forced by the federal government to put labels similar to this on any type of drugs they sold, making it so you could easily find out what is in them. This would make the chances of your drugs being laced with anything almost non-existent because the law requires companies to tell you what they put in their products. Not only that, but making drugs illegal is anti-capitalism. If capitalism is about the transaction of goods and services in exchange for profit, then why is it that can no longer happen when it's something the government claims to be too dangerous for the common person? For that matter, if capitalism is about working hard, then why does that not apply to drugs? Are you telling me that running a meth lab, where it is possible to die due to there not being any safety regulations due to drugs being illegal in the first place, isn't hard work? So all legalizing drugs would do is guarantee better regulations for people both doing and creating the drugs, as well as guarantee more liberty for the rest of us. And not only that, but also make it so what is supposed to be the American dream can be achieved much easier for the average citizen. Why is this controversial? Oh yeah, power-hungry politicians, same as always.